Hi, and welcome to Motivational Monday. Today, I want to take some time to tell you guys a little bit more about me. So, we spend all these weeks together talking about different topics and different challenges that we face with the intent of giving you some encouragement and giving you some understanding of how to move forward. But I do realize you may not know who I am. Or you may think you know who I am, but not really have a true understanding of who I am. So this week we're going to talk about who is Tiara. And if you have any questions, please feel free to share those questions, and I'd be happy to answer those questions as well. I think one thing you have realized so far is that I'm a pretty open and transparent person. There's very few questions that I won't answer. So the first question that I'm going to answer is, who do others think I am? And I do have this answer because I asked some of the people that I would have considered close to me or that have a deeper understanding of who I am as a person. And I asked them for my strengths and my weaknesses. And I think it's really important to do that with your friends and your family as well to understand, okay, this is who I think I am, but how does that relate? How does that correlate with who you think I am? Because perception is reality. So if who you think you are and who others close to you think you are don't match, I challenge you to either evaluate your behaviors, evaluate how you're coming across, and even evaluate your social media presence to make sure that the perception that you're giving out to others matches what you intend. So, some of the strengths that I received in feedback was my personality. I'm direct and straightforward, confidence, well spoken, honest, which, yes, can't help that one. I have a big heart and a genuine care for others, intelligence, compassionate, loyalty, and seeing the good in others, ambition, punctual, hardworking, and passionate. And one of the strengths that kind of surprised me almost, um, but in a good way, was I was told I'm self correcting, which is definitely something I aim to be. I just wasn't aware that others could see that. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. Um, my weaknesses, I have a temper, which I do. Lack of patience, but I'm working on it. I swear. Um, giving undeserving people the benefit of the doubt too many times. Waiting on permission from others for your needs to be met. Not knowing when to let go of people and ideas. Men. That one was actually funny. But my ability to latch on too quickly sometimes. But I'm actually getting better with that. Disconnecting myself too soon without really giving myself time to analyze and not having enough time for myself. When I did the survey, I was not necessarily surprised by a lot of the answers because when I combine all of them, they do create a image of what I feel about myself and who I think I am. But what I did find interesting about this survey was seeing myself in everyone's eyes. So one person acknowledged this perspective of me, one person acknowledged this perspective of myself, and things along that nature. So I really encourage you to ask people that you're close to, what's my biggest strength? What's my biggest weakness? And those weaknesses, if you don't agree with those weaknesses, figure out how you can do better about it. And I think it's definitely um, helpful, to be honest with you, to see not only understand how you see yourself, but understanding how others see you as well. The next question is, who does God say I am? And this question is very important to me because ultimately, I'm a firm believer that God created us all and He created us in His image. And that doesn't mean that we all are the same. We're actually all very unique individuals. And we all have strengths and weaknesses and burdens and passions and love and desires and everything is so unique to each individual, which I think is really amazing because for God to be the creator of billions of people, He really sat down and took the time to make all of us so unique. And I think that's really, really beautiful. God, to me, I believe God has told me that I'm destined for greatness. I do firmly believe that. I believe my giving heart is a part of who I am, and I believe it's a gift from God. Sometimes it feels like a burden, not gonna lie, because I have such a giving nature, and I sometimes get drained because I'm giving and giving and giving to others without without being able to receive to the same extent sometimes. But I'm learning to balance that. But even the things that I would consider my weaknesses, and even things that I wouldn't have asked for, I wouldn't have asked to suffer from depression. I wouldn't have asked to suffer from suicidal thoughts. I certainly would not have asked to suffer from miscarriage. But all of those things make me more empathetic. They make me more understanding, and they help me be more passionate for others' pains, and it's giving me the burning in my heart to help others heal. And I think that's what makes me unique sometimes is that even through my pain, I'm still willing to help someone else first. I will be in the darkest of places and put someone else first without even a second thought. Um, and again, I'm learning to balance that a little bit better because I do have to care for myself. But that's who I think God says I am. Who I think I am. I think I'm passionate. Um, Although my passion has changed over the years quite a few times. Whatever I have my heart set on is what I'm going to accomplish. And that level of passion, whether it be now that I'm coaching cheerleading, I'm in love with the idea of coaching cheerleading. I have so much fun with the girls. Um, whether it be being a development coach, whether it be a motivational speaker or an author, um, all of those things play into who I am. I'm a manager, um, and I'm responsible for all of my associates. I take their care and concern very seriously. And I look at them as my work children, and I will defend and protect and love them no matter what. And understanding that my passion is what makes me who I am, and being able to share those passions with you all is a beautiful feeling for me. I love it, and also being able to um, be a giver. I really, really do. Um, Community service is big on my heart, but not necessarily in the traditional community service fashion. For me, my community service is coaching cheerleading for free and being able to give to girls how my coaches gave to me. Um, my form of community service is helping people who are hurting or struggling with depression or suicide or miscarriages or grief or loss and stress and anxiety and all of these things. That's my form of community service and being able to help others. These video blogs, to me, I view it as community service in that um, I'm hoping to motivate people to do better and to feel better and to get through things that life may be challenging you with. Who am I growing into? I'm learning to embrace my strength. I am learning to stay true to myself, even if that means um, just being with me and God. Um, I'm growing into a better Christian. I've been in the church my whole life. Can't think of a time in my life where I wasn't in church. But I think there's a difference between going to church and having a relationship with God. And so I'm working on having a better relationship with Him, a daily relationship with Him, not just checking it off on Sunday because I made it to church. Um, I am working towards being a published author. One of my biggest goals for this year is to publish my first book. And I'm really, really excited about that. I am growing every day into a businesswoman, into an entrepreneur. I'm growing into someone who chases after her dreams with all of her might. Literally every day, I do something that benefits my dreams and my goals and my aspirations. And I'm learning to love myself wholly and fully and in all of my many variations. I'm learning to accept my flaws and embrace my flaws. And I'm learning to discover my strengths and being able to continuously love myself and be able to truly love the most authentic version of myself. I'm learning to be responsible for others with regards to whether that's through mentorship, through the development coaching, working with my clients, doing workshops, whatever it may be, just learning to be responsible for someone else's growth and health. Um, I'm learning to be a better me. And every day I'm working really hard to be a better version of myself. So I would actually like to hear from you all. And I would like to get to know you guys as well. And I would love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to share your comments and your questions or concerns or anything. I want to hear from you guys who you are, who others say you are. And if you did take the chance to do that survey of your friends and family, I want to hear some of the results. And do they align with who you think you are? Thanks.